What's up, everybody? How you guys doing? My name is Iggy, and welcome back to another Pokemon Ignalysis, as I like to call it. We're diving into, you guessed it, Geeta, the talk of the town now. Is Geeta evil? Is she nefarious? What is she scheming? All that kind of stuff. We're going to dive into it right now. Grab your drink of choice, sit back, relax, because we got a freaking doozy. Oh, man. So we're diving into basically a Pokemon theory that's been circulating in the community for a while, like now, at least a recent while. So you remember when everyone thought that Clavel would be the villain in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet? Well, that theory turned out to be kind of wrong. So today we're going to focus on Geeta, the Champion Trainer, Chairwoman. Some believe she's evil, but I'm here to present a different perspective. So let's explore the evidence and symbolism that suggests that Geeta might not be as nefarious as some think. So our character and naming history. So Pokemon is huge, with the names of specific players having specific meanings. Before we analyze Geeta's character, let's delve into her name and its significance. Geeta, or Geeta, however you want to pronounce it, is primarily derived from the ancient Hindu poem. I don't even know how to pronounce it. I'm gonna put it on the screen. Bhagavad Gita, the Song of God, or means song, basically. This poem conveys a moral philosophy such as like being merciful, obedient, truthful, equitable, saintly, mild-mannered, all that kind of stuff. Simple, peaceful. All these qualities lay the foundation for understanding Geeta's true nature. This would also explain her motherly nature as well. It could also be, there's some Italian roots in there too, but primarily was Hindu. So for the sake of this video, let's just say Game Freak focus on Hinduism. The main focus in the game is adventure and almost like awakening, a spiritual awakening. It represents lifting the veil of ignorance, which in Sanskrit means incorrect understanding, which, let's be honest, is exactly what is going on right now with Geeta. So let's break it down. Number one is glimpsing, the call to adventure, the entire treasure hunt basis of the game. Then we got a closer examination of awakening, so choosing a path, basically the professors, people choosing their own path. Seeking is like following the path that you choose, and then loss of sight, of losing the path. You see where I'm going? Losing your path, essentially. And then merging with the path, like everyone merged with their paths, literally, in the game. Literally the professor situation, merging with the whole system. And even Penny's choosing her path when she kind of was up to no good, doing some bad. And then Geeta was like, no, we need to, like, for that, we need to corral everybody and give Penny a second chance, essentially. So some examples of how Geeta couldn't be evil. I mean, many arguments would suggest Geeta's potentially evil nature, but let's go ahead and challenge those claims with some concrete examples. Firstly, Geeta's interaction with Penny, who was basically involved in grand larceny. It's often misconstrued. Instead of punishing Penny, Geeta offers her a chance to make amends, highlighting her willingness to guide others back onto the right path, the path of awakening. So we can also examine Geeta's relationships with the other gym leaders that we can see they're a little bit strained. But you got Larry, good guy, but seems to overwork himself all the time. Later kind of reveals that Geeta has told him to cut back on his overtime hours, but mainly for his own health. You're working all the time. You don't have that path to being awakened. You're just focused on work without really enjoying or realizing life in a way. So it shows her concern for her team members, their well-being. Any perceived animosity between Rhyme and Tulip also might be attributed to their egos a little bit, rather than Geeta's being a evil villain. Talk about our Pokemon team. So you got Avalugg, right? Giant ice fortress. Looks like a mountain, basically, an ice mountain. So in Hindi, you got Hamavat. It's the personification of the literal Himalayan mountains in Hinduism. Is the guardian deity of the Himalayas. Ice mountain. Boom. You got Esparta. It's a cool ostrich, you know. And they said that dreaming of an ostrich is a good omen, you know, for dream meaning and interpretation. The dream means success, travel, happiness due to the desire for fulfillment. It means you'll go to a new place, adventure, with a positive outcome. It also means you could travel a lot. And dreams, psychic Pokemon, come on, it goes perfect. Then you got King Gambit. This was a little tricky at first. My mind kept seeing samurai, but if you take a closer look, it kind of resembles a sick warrior as well. Not sick warrior, but like sick with an H at the end. They're kind of like knights. They displayed their weapons openly. They wore tall blue turbans with sharpened throwing rings called chakrams on them. They also served as armor when in place, but they could be removed and thrown. This could also show her protective nature as well. I mean, look at King Gambit, a freaking long, curved sword on his head, like a turban. The shiny version is blue. Freaking chakram body rings. The mustache. Look at his mustache. Look at the picture of a sick warrior with their mustache. Look at their mustache. I mean, come on. Anyway, next we have Go-Goat. I mean, you know, we all know about ritualistic sacrifices. What animal is the one of choice usually? But, you know, dating between the 5th and 2nd century BCE, it forbids animal sacrifice, and you know, there's really practice today, except sometimes in Nepal and some of the eastern states of India. But on a positive note, they do denote fertility, so yay. Then she got a Veluza as well, a fish. Well, you know, a lot of old books encourage vegetarianism, and fish ain't meat. It's fish. So I'm not sure. I don't have much on this one, but Matsya, it means fish in Sanskrit. It's the fish avatar of the Hindu god Vishnu, often described as the first of Vishnu's 10 primary avatars. Matsya is described to have basically rescued the first man, Manu, from a great deluge. I mean, that could mean something. I mean, Area Zero is not a flood, but it's dangerous, you know. And lastly, you got probably the most difficult to pinpoint was Glimora. This one was a bit tricky because it mainly served as a look-alike ace Pokemon like Volcarona was for Alder. But aside from that, I mean, it's a poison rock type. Glimora and King Gambit's design kind of show similarities with her gloves and basically her outfit, but that's beside the point. I guess you could say that Shiva, the Destroyer, saved the universe by consuming a lethal substance called Hala, which emerged from the ocean during the Samudra Manthan, which is literally translates to black mass or time puzzle. Time puzzle. See what I'm saying? Past, future, time. So it's basically the name of a poison in Hindu mythology. So it was created from the ocean of milk, which, I mean, maybe that Pokemon was created from Area Zero. In Hinduism, when the Devas and the Asuras churned it to obtain Amrita, the nectar of basically immortality. You could say the AI professors are like the Pokemon version of the Devas and the Asuras. They just, you know, churning through Area Zero in search of something. The nectar of immortality. This could be a similar situation, which explains the location of Glimora also only in Area Zero. So as we conclude our exploration, if you call it, it kind of becomes evident that Geeta's character and actions sort of challenge the theory of her villainy. While the symbol on her glove might resemble DNA splicers, we could propose an alternative interpretation. The Hand of Protection, you know, this aligns with her role as a mentor and a guardian. It's on her right hand, and the right hand represents divinity within, or the higher self. So the symbol, you know, it's on her right hand glove. So it is hard to prove, especially with all the talk of a Gen 5 remake in some form. You know, in the end, she could just be trying to grow an army, grow a team inconspicuously, not to get caught like all the others did, by having basically everybody go out and become the strongest trainers and basically grow her little mini army of strong trainers. But then go after possibly the DNA splicers, maybe to fuse Terapagos and Ogerpon together in the DLC. Who knows? Who knows? But that's just one man's theory. I'd love to hear what y'all think in the comments section down below. I'm gonna do another video on kind of my thoughts on the next gen. So yeah, I probably posting that up soon. So stay tuned. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye-bye.